Hi everybody. Today I am going to show you how I have my collage elements, how I have them organized. Kids are home, kids are up, and kids are being noisy, so I apologize if they get a little rowdy in the background, but you know, I'm a mom. I'm a mom first, so you know, the kids, it's summer vacation, so anyways, this is my new little unit that I picked up from our Menards, which is a hardware store. I'm sure you could find something similar to it at places like Home Depot, Lowe's, Harbor Freight. I think even Walmart has the units like this. So I just kind of keep it here on this little desk that I put in my area, and I'll take you through it in a minute, but I just wanted to show you where it actually sits in my room. So it's just kind of over there, and then well, in my cart here I have a lot of my anything that I need to work in my red glue book, so I can actually wheel that into the other room if I want to sit in the family room, and while people are watching TV or a movie I can, all that's portable, so that's what that is. But over here in these drawer units is where I keep all of my all of my collage elements. So on the left are my magazine clippings. On the right there in the drawers with the little colored flowers on it, excuse me, that's where I keep kind of the embellishment type things, and you know, like project life things, and dimensional little just doodads and whatnots, and you know, there's stickers in there. And but I think in color whenever I'm working on a project. If I'm wanting to add something to something, I think my brain thinks more, oh, I want to add something yellow. It doesn't necessarily say, oh, I want to add, you know, some yellow stickers. So, or I want to add stickers. I think yellow instead of the type of product that it is. So I finally went down, gosh, last year, and went through all of my just embellishments that I had and organized everything by color. So that's what those are. But over here on this side are the drawer units, and these are they're iris carts, and I got them, gosh, ages ago. I've had these carts for so many years. I just I don't know. I used to be really big in scrapbooking, and my area was down in the basement, and this was the only kind of storage that I had. So I know that I got these at Office Max, and because I think at the time they were on sale. But they were a 6 drawer unit, and my husband showed me. I didn't realize you can do this, but you can actually pop the top off, and you can remove each of these drawer sections is removable, or you can, you know, add to them. So I actually have 2 carts connected together to make 1 cart. So that's really cool. So you know, I used to kind of have them sitting on top of each other and taped together so they would hopefully not move. And then my husband showed me that, you know, you can take this off and add more drawers or remove drawers to make it the size that you need. So over here I didn't have as many, so it's, you know, it's shorter, and I actually, well, you know, I guess it would kind of be nice to have some more, because these units are old also and really wobbly. I have all my paints in these stores, once again organized by color. So you know, it might not be a bad idea for me to get another unit and connect it onto this. But embellishments are over here, and then on this side under here I have more my big chunkier embellishments, and it's all organized by color. But for these I was able to remove one of the drawers so that the unit would fit inside this cabinets, because these were also the 6 drawer units. But let's see. So over here are just the magazine images, and I think what I will do is take each, I'm going to maybe mount my camera and take each drawer out and let you know what the category is, and then kind of show you what's inside, just so you kind of get an idea of what I pull from magazines and hopefully why. And then I'll go through, I'll also take my cabinet and move it over so that we can get a better look at that, and I'll show you what's in those drawers. So just a second and I'll be right back. Okay, so when I first started collecting words and phrases that I clipped from magazines and whatnot, I was just using these little drawer units. It's actually 2 separate units, and it was working really good, but I kind of started getting to where I was spinning, since I will be the first to admit it, I am addicted to clipping out words and phrases, and I have so much stuff here. You guys, look behind here. This tray is full of ones that I need to organize into my drawers. It's turned into a sickness. But I've got so much. These drawers were getting so full. It was getting, if I knew kind of what I was wanting to express in my journal here, it was kind of getting hard to, it was taking a lot longer to find the words that I needed, because I just kind of had some really generic categories. I think I had my sentence builders, and then I had just descriptive words, and I think I had a couple that were just descriptive words, and this one was angry words, and then down here I think I had faith, and then at the bottom it was just kind of really big stuff. So it was just getting to take too long to find the words that I really needed. So I was at the hardware store with my husband. Let me move these out of the way. And I thought, I really want to try to organize all of my words into some categories so it's just easier for me to use, since I use them so much. And I knew that this was going to be a huge undertaking, and it was. It took me several days to organize them. I would kind of go through spurts where I would, get a lot of them sorted, and then I would, just not touch it for a day or so, and, then kind of come back and do a little bit. It took forever, but I am so glad that I did it. So, and I kept on telling myself that when I was organizing these, I was like, this is so much work, but it's going to pay for, in the end, this is going to be perfect. So, excuse me, which, actually it did, because I decided to move back into my my faux dory here. It's a chic sparrow, and I've got this booklet here, and this actually had this little piece right here. Actually had something stamped on it, and it didn't apply for, what I was going to use this book for. So I decided I wanted to cover it up, and I was like, I knew that I wanted something like live happy, live true, live, something like that. And I was able to go right over here, because I knew that I had put the word live into the things drawer. I guess this might be kind of more like nouns. I'm horrible with grammar, so things, those are my nouns. So I knew that, I had put live in this drawer. So I was able to just come over here. I pulled out this drawer, I flipped through it real quick, I found the word that I wanted. I knew that I wanted, happy or something like that to put on here also, and happy is a descriptive word, so I came over here and pulled out one of my descriptive drawers and flipped through it real quick and found what I needed, and that was it. I was done. So it's already, been super helpful. And last night I'm going to try to do sort of a collage type page, and this, oh, where's that? Here it is. In this booklet, this is a daily booklet. So I'm going to try to do like a daily journaling type collage in here. So I know that for what I want to write here, I was doing so good on eating better and, watching my portion sizes and preparing meals ahead of time, and I was doing so good all month, and then last week the storm just hit for some reason, and I just I fell to pieces, and I haven't been able to get back on track. So I know now that whenever I'm ready to put some words in there, that I'll come over here and I've got an anger and a fear, type words that are in here, so I'll probably start here. So that's why I went through all of this. Now the categories that I have in here, and I'm sure that it would be different for anybody, and I just kind of sat down and thought, what do I journal about the most, and use them the most for? And I use these words the most in my glue book. And a lot of this is definitely positive change for, just in many different levels for me. So for the words that I have, since I like building sentences a lot of times, I have 2 drawers that are for common words. And, the, for, with, I have a lot of really, really common words in there, and so I kind of stopped clipping those out and started trying to find ones that aren't as easy to find in magazines, like become and where and theirs and them and things like that. So that's what I have for common words. And then these 3 right here are builders, and I think of those as sentence builders. So these are parts of sentences that I've clipped out, and let's see if I can read some of these. This one says about as much. It's really hard to do this and hold the camera at the same time. This says, and when you consider that this great, I am an, if you happen to have. So it's, parts of sentences from magazines that I've found that I've, clipped out that I can put together to make big, longer phrases. This one says raise the beverage bar, which of course I would, not use beverage, but I kept it all together so that, I could use raise the bar. So that's what sentence builders are. And then I have descriptive, so, uncommon, new. Let's see what else is in here. I kind of flipped onto the side because I was looking in here. Happy, exceptional, obviously just words that describe things. Wonderful, relaxed, better. That's what's in here. And these are action words. So let's see, there's make the, elevate your, pondering, rest, fast, growing, escape, words like that. And then in here is things. So I have miracle, journey, reasons, time, notebook, just things. And then I have a lot, these 4 here are positive change. So, there's a lot of them that talk about finding your balance and, how to manage your time. This says guarantees you're getting the, constantly changing. Let's see. She doesn't just give her characters a voice, but a soul. Let's see. Results, daily. So anything, that would work for, when I'm trying to just make a sentence about positive change. So that says focuses on. So that's what those are. And then I have fitness and nutrition. So, wellness and, let's see, good living. There's a lot about living naturally, look great, feel great, and look even better. So let's see, these 2 are faith. So let's see, there's grace and pray, the greatest gift. Over on this side, these are actually all Bible verses that were cut out from some Life Beautiful magazine. So these are all Bible verses. And then down here I've got fear and anger. So this says stop searching, start repairing, case for chaos, you know, anxiety, worry, stress, just those are all what's in this drawer. And then this one is a bit different. This one I labeled ATC, and whenever, a lot of times when I'm making ATCs, I really like having just, I don't know, sometimes just neat sentences and just different types of phrases on there. So anything that I thought that would work neat on an ATC or a postcard. So like two to tango, you know, if I did a postcard with a man and a woman, maybe even dancing. Let's see, this says, will not shed a tear when the, so, you know, if I had a girl and maybe she was crying. This says something splashy, moody blues. If I, you know, had an ATC that had a lot of blue paints, different blue colors, that would look really cool on there. Enjoy the show. Let's see. What does that say? Parting shot. So that's what this is. So anything that I thought that might, you know, definitely work on an ATC or a postcard goes in there. And then in this bigger drawer, this is another faith drawer, and this, a lot of these are the, I had gotten a Bible verse desk calendar in February on clearance at Books A Million, and it actually had, I'll go over here real quick, hold on. So it was a lot of nature photos, so it had all these nature pictures, and then across the top, you know, was the date and the Bible verse. So the other day I cut off all the Bible verses and put them in here, so that's what this is all. This is Let It Out, so this is also like my anger and fear drawer, but it's just bigger ones that, you know, don't fit in there. So, you know, this one says tip of the iceberg, break free, there goes my energy, life gives you lemons, the outsider. So some more of that. And then down here is the big drawer that I really love, and one of the reasons why I got this unit was because it had this large drawer across the bottom, because I knew that I had a lot of clippings that, you know, were long, or almost probably the whole width of the magazine page. And I knew that they wouldn't, definitely, you know, that they weren't going to fit in either one of these. So this is any category, but just, you know, it's just big. They're just too big to fit in the other drawers. So there's a lot in there. So that's what those are. And yeah, and that's it. So you know, I need to stop clipping words and phrases because I have oodles. But I'm so excited that I got these put in here. You know, I just need to go through these, get these all put away, and then I really got to quit because you know, I have so much, it's just not even funny. You know, you can even find these around the house, because if they sometimes, you know, they're little, and if the wind catches them and they just kind of float away, and you'll be walking and there'll be one of those in the carpet. So where I find a lot of things, you know, you just, if you start looking, you'll see words and phrases everywhere. And you know, I just start clipping ones that talk to you. I don't even know how to say that any differently, but just, you know, if you read something and you think, oh, you know, I could use that in my journal, or that phrase would work great on a collage page, or, you know, on a postcard or an ATC, clip it out. And once you start looking, you'll see stuff everywhere. This I picked up at our library the other day, so, you know, it was free, so nothing compares to my that right there would be perfect for a journal page. And even these coupon flyers, they are full of phrases that will work. This, you know, fanatical, you can about's a good word to clip out. See, it's your luckier, it's your lucky day, you could use that. Down here it says every day is better with a, you know, I mean, it's just full of things that you can use. You just have to look. This says brighten or lighten color, so you could use that on a card. Add something new. So once you know, start looking, you'll see stuff everywhere. This was also a freebie from our grocery store. So, you know, another great place to look. This was another freebie from the grocery store. I got this in the mail, and this has a lot of great phrases in it. Real Simple is a good place to find words and phrases. Any cooking magazine, anything with a lot of ads for like food, anything like that, they are full of, you know, the ads are just full of just descriptive phrases because they're trying to sell you their product, and so they want to make it look as appealing as possible and sound appealing as possible, so they're going to use all sorts of great words and phrases. So those are just, you know, a few places that you can look for some to start building up your collection. And it doesn't take long, because once you start looking, you will start seeing things. So I think I'm gonna maybe switch over to the drawers next, so I will be right back. Okay, so for my first drawer, I actually don't even have it labeled. The first drawer I have just kind of, it's just a hodgepodge of just images that I saw in magazines that were small, that I clipped out, that I thought would work good to use in my glue book or in my Midori. So these are all just smaller images, and you know, honestly, they were just ones that I just liked. I just liked what was in it, or the colors, or I just thought it would be kind of fun, you know, just to stick these on to add on my planner, just to brighten it up. That's all that this is. I've got some old family photos that my mom was going to throw in the trash that I saved. And then over here, this big stack, this is all of the ones from that calendar that I mentioned earlier, with the Bible verses across the top. So these are all beautiful photos and would, you know, just look really nice stuck in my journal or in my planner on a page if I'm working on one of the collage pages in my journal. So that's what this first drawer is. And the next one is people. And I just recently started saving images of men. A while ago, on one of the comments on one of my videos, someone suggested that I did, you know, some pages with men in it, and you know, I never forgot that, and I think I might try to start doing some with some men in it. So that's what this folder is. It's just guys. And then underneath that they're all girls, all women, a lot of them. I kind of stopped collecting as many from the fashion magazines because I stopped buying the fashion magazines just because I have so many. So this is just all women. I don't collect as many close-up faces as I used to, but that's all girls. So that's the second drawer. And then this one is bling and objects. So I kind of got a wild hair while I was going through all these, because I actually went through every single one of these drawers last week and pulled out stuff that I knew I didn't want or that I didn't like. And when I got to this one, I thought, you know, I should organize these. So I have 2 folders in here, and one folder is all, oops, that's in the wrong one. One folder is all watches, and I actually also went through and cut out all the extra, you know, magazine page that was around a lot of these, and that really cut down on a lot of the bulk that was in these drawers, just by, you know, instead of having the whole magazine page, I just cut out the watch face because that's the part that I use. So I have one that's all watches, and then this one, which is really full, is jewelry. And I did the same thing with the jewelry. I just went through and, you know, clipped out the jewelry and threw the rest away. So this is jewelry. And then under here, this rest of this stuff is objects, so it's just kind of stuff. You know, I've got food in here, anything with pictures of food. Some of these I wasn't even exactly sure how to categorize it, so I just kind of stuck it in here. Since she's holding a coffee cup, that's an object. You know, there's just a wide variety of stuff in here. Yummy macaroons. So that's what's in this drawer. Some more food. Okay. And then the next drawer that I have is animals and insects. So self-explanatory, just, you know, a bunch of animals. I saw these pictures of the dogs and just loved them. So, you know, I tried to kind of have the animals on the top, and then all of the insects are down on the bottom half, except for these. These are some vintage pages that I got a long time ago, and those are all birds. So this is animals and insects. And then the next one is flowers. And of course this one's really full since I use flowers a lot. Lots of just smaller clipped out pieces, and then a lot of full pages in here. I didn't go through and just cut the flower parts off on these. I left them. But these are all flowers. And then the next one I have is indoors and outdoors. And I divided these up also. So these are all just pictures of, you know, being indoors. I like kitchen table scenes for some reason. And I like hallways and stairs. So it's, you know, as you're collecting things and going through things, you kind of start seeing, you know, some patterns, and it's like, oh, I guess I really like, you know, stairs, because I started realizing I had several of stairs, and lots of, you know, kitchen table scenes, or just, you know, comfy sitting areas. So that's what these are, which these smaller ones, you know, will be ones that I can use in my glue book, and then the larger ones work on the large collages in my big collage journal. You know, I could, if I cut a girl out and then, you know, put her on top of, like in this one, you know, then put the girl here. So use this as the background. So that's what this is indoors. And then all of this is outdoors. So lots of, you know, outdoors gardens also go in the outdoor part. So that's all outdoor things. And these smaller ones, you know, great for using in my glue book, and also for ATCs and postcards. So that's what all of that is. And then my very last drawer are backgrounds, and this was another big one. This one, as I was going through this drawer, I really, believe it or not, I got through a lot. tossed out a lot that I didn't like, but I added a whole bunch in instead. And as I was sorting through these, the way my head works, so I was like, I should organize these by color. So I did, and luckily I happened to have some file folders, colorful file folders. So, everything that's red is in the red folder. And a lot of these will definitely, that I clipped out, why I did was thinking about backgrounds for postcards and for ATCs. So, as I'm going through things and looking at these images, let me move this out of the way. I actually had an ATC with me. Let me find one. Okay, this is for you, Janet. I gotta get this in the mail for you. I've had it sitting on my desk forever. But I had this, and I just would kind of lay it on there. This is not a good example because obviously this is big enough for an ATC. Let's see. There's not going to be a good one. If I come across one that'll work better, I will. Oh, well, you know what? Actually, what I ended up doing was I clipped off the extra. So as I was going through these, there was actually a lot of text and whatnot through the rest of this page. I would lay my card on here, and if there was enough space that I knew that it would cover a card, then I would clip out that part of the magazine page and save that. So all of this is red. So I did go through and clip off the usable parts of the magazine page, which here's an example. This one I didn't, but this one I put this on here, so obviously I know that this is big enough to get this part of this image would work as a background for an ATC. So that's kind of how I decided things as I was going through them. But, when I'm looking at stuff for backgrounds, colors and patterns, the graphic nature of the image is what draws me towards thinking that it would work, as a background for one of my cards. And then I was cleaning out the basement. I had quite a stash of magazines in the basement, and I had forgotten that somebody had gifted me a huge stack of Quilting Arts magazines. Huge stack. And so I started flipping through them and looking at these quilts, and they're just amazing. And just, the colors, and once again, just the graphic nature of the images. I fell in love with them and decided that I would clip them out and put them in these drawers because they would make great backgrounds also, for an ATC. Just the colors and the patterns. So I got rid of a lot of stuff, but as I was going through these huge stacks of Quilting Arts magazines, I saved a ton to use on my cards. So here's the orange folder, but I mean, that is so pretty. This would be neat to just try to create in a painting, on my own. But I think that would look so nice, in my journal. So it would work like that, or I can, turn it into an ATC and put a girl on it, or even just a bird or a butterfly. So I was really, surprised I ended up collecting so much stuff from these quilting magazines, but I think that they are going to make fantastic backgrounds for my cards. So it really, since it has been so long since I've done anything creative, I mean, I guess this has been kind of a creative venture, but to actually produce something art, going through and collecting these images and just refreshing what I had collected in my drawers has really gotten me just really excited to start making things again. So I'm really glad that I did this. Isn't that beautiful? So you need to, if you see a magazine, definitely open it up. Look at the colors and look at the patterns. And I was, you know, really surprised that I found all of this in quilting magazines. So that's my last drawer, are backgrounds. And just as in backgrounds, what I'm thinking are, you know, backgrounds for ATCs, backgrounds for collage postcard, um, you know, and even if it's a big sheet like this one, you know, just background for a full page in my collage journal. And that, my friends, that's it. That's all of it. I hope I didn't ramble on too terribly long, but I just kind of wanted to give you something to look at here. I just, you know, wanted to share with you how I have everything organized, and it's working really well for me. And having things divided up in the categories that I know that I use just has helped. You know, you're not spending times looking through stuff, and you know, I know that if I need an animal, I can go grab my drawer with animals in it, and I'm gonna hopefully find an animal in there. I don't use them a lot, but you know, since I know that I have a place for them, I'm able to just open it up and find what I need. So if you have any questions, please put it in the comments, and I hope you enjoyed this. And now it's on to working on my next index card a day. So I will chat with you all later. Bye-bye.